What's going on, everybody? It's the Stamps coming back to you with another relationship video with relationship talk with the Stamps. We got another topic. Actually, it's a topic that many of you have actually been asking us about in the comments in a lot of our videos, and that's just the question of how did we meet? So we've done this video before, but we decided to do, an updated version that since we're doing these relationship talks and everything like that. So we will get right into it. So pretty much when I was in my single time, really just seeking the Lord, as we talked about in our other videos, and I'm kind of just focusing on me and everything like that, I would come to church every single week and I play the drums. So at the time of our setup, our drums and the musicians would be kind of up in the pulpit area, so we could look directly out into the congregation and be able to see pretty much everything that's happening and going on. So I would look out, and praise and worship, let me tell you, praise and worship would start at like 10 o'clock. Joelle wouldn't come in till like 10:15, 10:30, you know what I mean? So I would always see her walking in. I'm like, I wonder who this is, just curiously wonder. But I could never get an opportunity to go out and talk to her because she would always just shoot out early, wasn't trying to talk to nobody. So like, if I wanted to get to know her, see who she was, I didn't have an opportunity at all. So I remember going back to college. I was getting my master's degree at that time, and remember going and just praying to the Lord, like, man, I would really love to meet her, see who she is, see what she's all about. From what I can tell, she looks like she's beautiful, but I just really want to get to know her and everything like that. So prayed the prayer. 1 week goes by, she's shooting out at the door again. 2nd week goes by, she does it again. At this point, I'm just like, it's just not gonna happen. This must be the Lord telling me this is done and over with. You ain't gonna get your prayer request. So then that Thursday, my mom calls me and says, pastor told me that there's someone who wants to join the media team and everything like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so who is it? So she tells me who it is. I'm like, oh, I have no idea who that person is. So I remember Sunday comes and everything, and I'm standing up there in the booth, and all of a sudden she comes up to the media booth like, excuse me, sir. And I'm like, who is this? And I turned around and looked at her, and I kind of paused because I know what I prayed. I know what I asked God for, and she's literally standing right there asking to be a part of the media department. So completely just blew my mind, and that's really kind of how that happened from my perspective. What was it from your perspective from to that point?
Well, I did come to church pretty kind of late because I didn't understand praise and worship back then. So I used to like come late on purpose, but I don't do that no more. So I would come in late, and then I saw on the screen a bulletin, and it said, hey, looking for media team members. And at the time I was like, I want to do something to help out in God's house, but I want it to be interesting, and I want it to be something that I know about. And I'm like, well, that's perfect. The media team, I'll be a part of that. So I told the pastor, I said, hey, I want to be a part of the media team. How do I go about this? And he was like, oh, well, the drummer, he's the head of the media team. I'll get you linked up with him, and y'all can see what's going on with you being on the team. And I said, okay, cool. So the day comes, and the pastor, I guess he got really busy. So I'm like, well, let me just introduce myself then. So I go to the media booth, knock on the little door, and said, hello, anybody there? Hello, sir. I can see him because, it's not a full door. And he comes to the door, and he just looks shocked. He looked like a deer in headlights. You did. I was wondering, like, why he look like that? Is he surprised that I'm a woman, or surprised that I'm a young person trying to get involved in the church? Maybe it's one of those. I don't know. So we exchanged information, and he said, oh yeah, I'll tell you everything about the position next week, and we can train you and everything. And I said, okay, cool. Then I go home, I think maybe the next day or
It was like Wednesday or Thursday.
I don't know. But he texted me and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And we just having this light little conversation and getting to know each other through the text. And then when it was that Saturday, he trained me. I came in and he trained me, and like for 45 minutes he was actually training me. The rest of the 2.5 hours I was there, we was just talking and getting to know each other.
Yeah. It was a long time that we spent at the church. It might have been even longer than 2 hours, honestly. It was just like everybody had left at that point. We were literally the only ones in the church, and we were just sitting in the media booth just talking, getting to know one another and everything. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
Thinking back about it, it was just crazy how that kind of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much that Sunday ends up coming by, and church goes well and everything. So I think I end up messaging her just saying, oh, she did a good job, blah, 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 stuff like that. And we spent some more time talking that Sunday. And then we actually just looked back at the messages, just kind of seeing what the conversation was like, you know what I mean? And we honestly talked that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think that Wednesday, just communicating and getting to know one another. I actually asked her out on a date on that Monday, just asking her if she wanted to get dinner and stuff like that. Yeah. So we was talking up a storm.
We was. And then he asked me, oh, what restaurant you want to go to? I really don't know any restaurants in town. That's what you said.
I sure did.
So I had picked this nice little place in town, and we went and we ate. You was so shy that night.
I was nervous. Let me tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like getting to know her was one thing, but like being there on a date, you just kind of just feel the pressure of being on a date. You know what I mean? So I was a little nervous, didn't really know, you know, how to act and what to expect. She was going to town on her food. I'm sitting there nibbling. But
I think I even ate your pickle.
Yeah, she's like, you gonna eat that? I'm like, you just having a good old time.
I was having a good time. I didn't care. I was ready to eat.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is. So we had that date, and it went pretty well. And we spent some more time talking, and from there we just kind of just kept it going and going, and more dates and everything. And that kind of where we get into, you know, what we talked about in our other videos with meeting different people and confirming different things. But it was an interesting journey.
Yeah, sure was.
So how was the courting experience, like the dating and all that for you?
Well, I wanted to do things right, you know. I really wanted to be married. I was getting really, really close with God, and I really wanted to honor him. So I wanted no sex before marriage, and you wanted that too.
Yeah.
Like, that was amazing that we was both on the same page. I didn't make you and you didn't make me. We just agreed on that.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I didn't want to do those particular types of things just because, you know, it's not right. And if you want to have a relationship on a good foundation, you know, you got to be respectful to the Lord and those types of things, you know what I mean? So we definitely both agreed that that's not what we want, and we ain't gonna try to push no buttons, nothing.
No.
So,
but we did kiss each other.
Oh yeah.
And we were affectionate towards one another.
We definitely like to cuddle and all that regular stuff. You can still have fun while you dating and be affectionate. You don't got to go that far, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's really something that we just were continually learning to do and trying to, you know, do what we can, and not without trying to go as far as we, you know what I'm saying, into sex and all that stuff. So yeah, so even with that though, we would even go on vacations and stuff like that. Like, we still have fun. We'd go to Chicago and visit different places. Went to Florida and all these different places just to have fun. We did, you know, stay in the same hotel room and everything, but it wasn't no funny business or nothing like that.
Okay, y'all. So that's how we met, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's about to be 2 years we've been married in November.
Yep, it's coming up quick, 2 years and everything. So it's been well, it hasn't even been a long time coming. Everything happened so fast, but it feels good to finally be here to have her as my wife, you know. So it's cool.
Oh, and also we forgot to say we dated for a year before we got married.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. It was a year's time.
Yeah,
It was quick.
it was quick.
Yeah. So.
Okay, y'all. I hope that helped. I hope our experience could help the next person.
Yeah, for sure.
Check out the rest of the videos on the page, and we'll continue to do these relationship videos as well. Check out the playlist. We're gonna have a full playlist. You can just let it rip. Okay. So thanks for joining us, and we out.
See y'all.